Hello everyone! So on today's video we're gonna talk about Ronnie James Dio, Sharon Osbourne and Ozzy Osbourne. Stay tuned and make sure to like and subscribe because it really helps getting the video to more music fans. Sharon Osbourne was a special guest on the Ridel With Steve-0 podcast on July 16. During the interview, Sharon Osbourne was asked what she thinks about Ronnie James Dio, who replaced her husband in Black Sabbath. On a similar occasion back in 2019, Wendy Dio, widow of the legendary Ronnie James Dio, gave an interview to the podcast The Church of What's Happening Now with Joey CoCo Diaz. And during said interview, Wendy talked about the relationship between Dio and Ozzy Osbourne. Asked if there was any kind of friction between Ozzy Osbourne and Ronnie James Dio because of one replacing the other in the lead role of Black Sabbath, Wendy replied, "No way, no way. We saw him many times at the Rainbow, the famous bar located in West Hollywood, California, or in different places, and they just said, 'Hi, how are you? What's going on?' They were not great friends, but they were always very polite, very kind to each other, always." Let's remember that the original Black Sabbath lineup ended in 1979 with Ozzy Osbourne's resignation due to his alcohol addiction and use of other drugs. He was replaced by Ronnie James Dio, former Rainbow vocalist. After recording 2 albums with Dio, Black Sabbath faced numerous changes during the 80s and the 90s, which included vocalists Ian Gillan, Glenn Hughes, Ryan Gillan and Tony Martin, as well as several drummers and bassists. In 1992, Tony Iommi and Butler teamed up with Dio and drummer Vinny Appice to record The Humanizer. The original lineup got together in 1997 when they recorded the live album Reunion. Black Sabbath's last studio album, entitled 13, was released in June 2013 and featured Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler and Ozzy Osbourne. Between 2016 and 2017, they did the End Tour, a tour that officially marked the end of the group's career. Now, in a new interview with Sharon Osbourne and Steve-0, Sharon shared her thoughts about the time Black Sabbath and Ronnie James Dio spent together. They had 2 hit albums, she said. They had 2 good hit albums, they had 2 good tours together. Then it was the band fighting. There was a lot of fighting in the band with Ronnie. Sharon Osbourne also added her thoughts regarding Ronnie James Dio's vocal capabilities. Ronnie had a great voice, but to change a band that had a kind of bluesy type vocal, real gritty bluesy vocal, to a rock opera vocal, it was so different. I always looked at Ronnie as a rock opera type singer. Ozzy had such a bluesy voice, I never got it. Despite thinking that Dio's voice was a big change from Ozzy's style in Black Sabbath, Sharon confesses herself to be a fan of the late singer. He's good. On his own, Dio's great. After Dio left Sabbath, Ian Gillan, Glenn Hughes, Ray Gillan and Tony Martin also performed with the group, as well as several other bass players and drummers, until Ozzy returned to Black Sabbath. And Sharon commented on this period that the band had several members going in and out of the group. Well, they kept getting all these different guys in. Every week it was somebody else and somebody else. Still, about this troubling time, Sharon commented that she didn't like seeing the fact that Black Sabbath weren't as big as they once were. They were doing really badly and taking silly gigs like playing under somebody. They weren't the headliner anymore. Always when you go from that headliner to okay, now you're underneath and you're on somebody else's tour. For so long it's your own tour and you're the headliner, then you drop. It's very humbling. With all of this being said, what do you think about Sharon's comments? Do you think that Dio was a great fit for Black Sabbath, or do you prefer Ozzy Osbourne? Let me know in the comments below and see you on the next video.